We need to talk because this morning I realized that I am 11 books behind on my reading goal for 2025, and that is simply unacceptable because I cannot not hit that. Every year before this, I've exceeded my goal by a ton. This year, it's not looking so hot for me, okay? Because I'm 11 behind, and then I would still need to read like over 10 books a month to hit it. And I didn't even set my goal that high. I set it for like 90 books for the year, which every year before this I've been around 120. Now I will say this has been the craziest and most busy year of my entire life. Realistically, like I just didn't have as much time. But that is kind of an excuse because realistically I also could be reading when I have spare time, which I don't always do. Like this morning, I've been sitting here doom scrolling since 7 a.m. and it's almost 9. I could have read like 120 pages in that time. The goal of this vlog is to catch up on my reading goal. And now I would love for this to take me less than a week. It's Saturday, September 20th right now. So I would love if like by October, we're ahead of our reading goal. Is that unrealistic because that's over a book a day? Yeah. Am I gonna try anyways? Yeah. I have my methods. Okay, there are many things that I can do to help this along. Like, first of all, shorter books. I have books that are quite short that I could probably breeze through. So I will be prioritizing some shorter books most likely. But second, it needs to be books that I'm highly anticipating and I'm very excited for. Otherwise, I'm not going to reach for them. I also have one graphic novel that I'm going to include in here because I feel like I can get through that in like an hour. And my other thing that helps me the most with reading quickly is tandem reading my audiobooks with physical books, which I have a lot of books on Audible that I have the physical books for. So not only are we going to be making progress towards our reading goal, but we're also going to be making progress towards reading our physical TBR, because the other day I counted my books and I had 428 books, which is crazy, and I had only read 32% of them, which means I have a lot of books on my physical TBR. So if I can bring that number down, all the more power to me. I also got rid of 24 books. So if you would have seen, I posted a bookshelf organization video not too long ago, and I had about 24 books that I unhauled, which is so exciting because I'm really bad at unhauling books. I'm actually not done doing that yet, like doing my bookshelf organization in this moment. So I'm feeling like maybe as I organize, I'll go get rid of a couple more, hopefully, but that definitely helps with the physical TBR situation. Either way, this vlog is going to end next Saturday, probably, most likely, regardless if I hit it or not, because I'd love to have this video go up next Sunday. I would love if we hit the goal. That would be fantastic, but I feel like that might be slightly unrealistic. Anyways, right now I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman, and this is probably not a good book to start this off of. I am really enjoying it, but it's so much information and it's like very confusing at times, so I find myself like rereading stuff, and it's quite long. Like it's 400 and something pages, like 450-ish for a first book in a series. That's pretty long. I'm just over halfway done this, so I'm really hoping I can finish this today. Like that would be ideal. I don't know if that's gonna happen because I also have to finish filming my bookshelf organization video and go work out and all of that fun stuff, so I don't know if I'm gonna finish it today, but I would love to finish it. I also can stay up pretty late tonight because I don't have to be up tomorrow morning, so maybe I can like push myself to finish it. And if I do finish it before that, I'd love to start another book. I'm also actually reading a book right now. I'm listening to the audiobook, but I have the physical book, so I might try to tandem read because I can get through it a lot faster. It's called Game Point, and it's an arc that I have. I'm not sure if I'm loving it, but I also feel like it's going to be an easy read. And I got another arc from Mercedes Ron, and I'm hoping that I can read that sometime soon because it's very short as well, so I feel like I'm going to fly through it. I feel like I should make a TBR for this. I feel like that makes sense. I did just film an entire TBR of me talking about the books I'm going to read, and then I realized I wasn't recording. So let's run through that again. I have Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I'm going to tandem read this with the audiobook because people say the audiobook is phenomenal, and I've heard nothing but raving reviews about this book. Tell Me Softly by Mercedes Ron. This is so short. It's a Bloom young adult book, so I'm very excited for this. George Falls Through Time, I got this book from HarperCollins. It's just like a fiction, like general fiction book, I think, but it looks very interesting, and once again, not super long, so I should be able to get through it pretty quickly. As I mentioned, Game Point by Meg Jones. Then I have this graphic novel that is actually in my unhaul. I'm gonna be getting rid of it, but I figured it's a graphic novel, I'll get through it super fast, so why not just read it? And if I love it, I'll keep it. You know what I mean? Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I'm so excited to read this book. I've heard nothing but rave reviews, and I like Holly Jackson. And this one just seems like it's gonna be very fast-paced. So I'm very excited for this. And it's that time of year where I'm just wanting to read thrillers and fantasy. Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I had started this book like not that long ago, and by not long ago, I mean months ago. And I got like almost halfway through it, and then I got into the biggest slump of my life. Like fantasy just doesn't hit for me in the summertime, so I stopped. I do have the audiobook for this now, so I'm gonna tandem read it with the audio. I haven't decided if I'm gonna start the book completely over or if I'm just going to kind of skim through the beginning and then pick up where I left off. Throttled by Lauren Asher, another one that I've had on my shelf for so long, and I do have this one on audio as well, so I figured I can tandem read it. My friend Bethany absolutely loved this series, so it's intrigued me to finally pick it up. My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. Honestly, I've heard not good things about this one, but I love Tessa Bailey, and it's so short that I feel like it will not be hard to get through. And lastly, I want to reread Wild Reverence on audio and then tandem read it with the physical while I annotate the physical. I'm not going to annotate this copy because it's my art copy, but I am going to annotate my hardback. So that's it. That's all the books I'm hoping to read. I would love to read these in the next week. That would be amazing. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not, but we're going to try. So right now I'm going to eat breakfast, and then I'm going to finally start reading this morning. I'm going to start reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. Hello, it is the next day. It is Sunday. I did finish Dungeon Crawler Carl, not last night, but this morning, and I really liked it. I haven't really decided on a rating yet because a part of me was like excited for it to be over. I still really enjoyed it, so I'm a little torn. So I think to get ahead a little bit, I'm gonna read a shorter little novella. So I'm gonna read The Answer Is No by Fredrik Backman. I've had this on my Kindle for quite some time and I haven't picked it up yet, and it's like 68 pages, so it'll take me probably about an hour, maybe less, to get through it. I feel like that'll just put us on the right path. It'll motivate me a little bit, put me ahead, just a little. And then after this, I'm probably gonna pick something else up. I just haven't decided, or I'm gonna pick up Game Point and try to like make some good progress on that, because I've been moving very slowly through that book. I'm not sure that I'm enjoying it, but I can't tell if it's just the audiobook I'm not enjoying, so I want to pick up the physical book and see if I like it more. But for now, I'm going to sit and I'm gonna read this. I've got a dirty chai pumpkin situation here. It's pretty good, and I'll update you when I finish this. So I did finish that little short story, and I don't even know how to feel about that. I don't think I liked it, but that's okay because it was a short story. It is the first thing by Fredrik Backman that I don't think I actually enjoyed. But anyways, so I did mention before that I was reading Game Point by Meg Jones, and I did find it on Kindle Unlimited as well. So I do have the physical book, but honestly, like I can take this to bed with me, so it's just a little bit easier. So I am listening to it on audio and reading it on my Kindle. So we're getting some double speed here, okay? I think I'm like 30% into it, 31%. So it's not bad. I'm not loving it, and to be honest, there are other books on my TBR that I think I would rather be reading, but this book was sent to me, so I'd like to get through it, and I'm already 30% in, so I feel like I have to commit at this point. But this is probably the last time I'll update you today, so we'll see where we are tomorrow. Hopefully make like a good dent on this for the rest of the evening, then hopefully tomorrow we can start a new book. I do want to read something like spooky or like thrillery or like fall vibes, because that's what the weather is giving. It is the next day. It is Monday. So I did end up finishing Game Point, and I liked it, but there were a lot of things that I didn't like about it. I gave it 3 stars. So now we're officially 3 books into my 11. So I feel like we're on a good pace. I'm about to start 2 different books, and I haven't decided which one I'm going to start right now. I think I'm going to start with Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I have been dying to read this, and I feel like I'm gonna breeze through it because I love a good thriller, and I've heard nothing but good things about this one, and I really like Holly Jackson. Her writing is very fast-paced, very addicting. Then the other book This one's gonna be a bit of a shocker. I have Carl's Doomsday Scenario by Matt Dinniman. Okay, listen, hear me out. When I finished book 1, I did not know how I felt about it, and I was so conflicted on what I was gonna rate it. And then I couldn't stop thinking about it. And when you can't stop thinking about a book, like that means something. And I have not been able to stop thinking about picking up the next one. Every time I go onto my Kindle to find out what I want to read next, I keep going back to this book. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. It's also a lot shorter than the other ones, so I feel like it works for this little challenge that I'm doing, because it's only like 360 pages, whereas the other one was like 440, and I think the rest in the series just get progressively longer. It's like the shortest one in the series, so I feel like I could breeze through it. Just such an addicting series. I was so thoroughly entertained, even when I was kind of bored at times, like the times that I wasn't bored. So worth it. So I think for now I'm gonna start Not Quite Dead Yet and just see like how far we can get into it, just relax and read. So I think that's what I'm gonna do now. So we have Holly Jackson's Not Quite Dead Yet. I'll check in when I decide to put this down. We're gonna have a nice cozy night in, and I'm very excited. I thought I would update you before I have to go to work, which is in like the next 10 minutes, but I am 130 pages into Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, and I'm absolutely loving it. I don't remember the last time I updated you, so I'm just gonna say I also did finish Game Point. I don't know if I have said that already in this vlog. 130 pages into Not Quite Dead Yet. I also started the second book in Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm only like 17 pages into that. And then I'm also starting a novella, which is part of like the Scared Sexy novella package that they're doing right now. So it's like a Halloween vibe. And I think I'm gonna like binge read all 6 of those starting today, and I'm just gonna finish them all tomorrow, because that'll put us 6 books into it. And then I'm also reading Throttled on audio, and I feel like I'll make some pretty good progress on that because I am working tonight, and when I have to work, I usually at least can listen to like 3 hours of an audiobook, because I have to like clean and do all these things that I can listen to my audiobook while I do them. Although we're not ahead yet on this little goal I've set, we're still doing good. Although, have I stuck to my TBR fully? No. But things do change. Life happens. I just wanted to update you because I probably won't be updating you again today. So the next time you'll see me will be tomorrow morning when I tell you how much I ended up getting done today. In an ideal world, I get like halfway through Throttled and finish that novella I'm gonna start and make progress on Not Quite Dead Yet, because I'm gonna bring it to work with me. But that's in a perfect world, and we don't live in that. So don't get your hopes up. See you tomorrow. Hello and happy Friday. I thought I would update you because I don't think I updated you yesterday at all, but I ended up reading all 6 of the Scared Sexy novellas, and I do consider them individual books. It's just how I track my reading, okay? Everybody's different. Not everybody believes novellas count. I do. That brings us like pretty far into the challenge. I think I only have 3 more to be on track, and I'm actually in the middle of 3, so I feel like that's perfect. I'm still reading Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, and I am, I think, 200 pages in, so I'm actually thinking I'm probably gonna finish that today. I have to work tonight, but it's gonna be a pretty slow shift, so I'm probably just gonna read, and I'll probably be able to finish it. And then I'm still reading Dungeon Crawler Carl book 2. I think that I'm like 60 or 70 pages in, so making good progress on that. And then I'm still reading the audiobook for Throttled by Lauren Asher, which I'm liking, not loving. I don't love our MMC. I'm not a really big fan of the trope of like, he's a player and sleeps with everybody until he meets her, you know what I mean? It's not my favorite trope in the world, but I'm hoping, you know, he pulls through and that we get a good character arc happening. But if I can finish all 3 of those books by Saturday, which today is Friday. Sorry, I lied. Today's Thursday. Today's Thursday. by the way. If I can finish all 3 of those books by Saturday, which is gonna be the rest of today and then tomorrow and then Saturday, which is lots of time actually, then that means I would have completed this challenge, which is shocking to me. I'm hoping I can actually surpass it. I would love to get ahead on my reading goal. That would be fantastic. And I just got an e-arc and an ALC, which is like an advanced listener copy of Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn, which is like the newest one that she's about to come out with, and I am so excited for it. And like I'm really in the fall spirit and not the Christmas spirit, but I might just read it just because I have it. So that would put me ahead. So that would be fantastic. But that's the reading update. I have to work in like an hour and a half, so I'm kind of just chilling. I'm probably gonna read a little bit more of Not Quite Dead Yet. But yeah, so far so good. Things are coming along. I'm very happy, although I did not really stick to my TBR that I made, which, surprise, surprise, I never do. So it's been a couple days. It is now Saturday, which means it's officially the last day of this challenge. And it is unfortunate to say that I fear I may fail this challenge, although I've read a lot and I'm pretty proud of how much we did. Now that it's taken me a week, I was 11 books behind, but in that time I've now become another book behind. So even though I only have 1 more book to have read 11 books, which would have caught me up, I am now also an additional book behind, technically given the timeline. But I do still have a game plan. It's not too late. We could still do this. But let me catch you up on where we are right now, because I did finish Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, and I loved this. Like, this was a 5-star read, easy. It actually had me sobbing, which for a psychological thriller, super random. Didn't expect that. Highly recommend it, especially like it's spooky season. It's like the perfect time to read this. And I also finished Throttled by Lauren Asher, which, hate to say it, but I actually hated this a lot. I gave this 2 stars. Only thing that saved it from being a 1 star is the fact that it was an F1. I would have definitely DNF'd this if I wasn't doing this challenge, because I hated every minute of it actually. I wanted to get through the challenge and I had started it, and I hadn't thought of DNFing until around 30 to 40%, and I was like, I might as well just finish this and just power through. The MMC to me was just like very insufferable a little bit, and I just felt like his turn from being a player to actually wanting a relationship and being a decent guy, it was like super random and just happened all of a sudden, which just didn't feel like character development to me. It just felt very lazy. But I do also think that like this was, I think, Lauren Asher's like first books, or among the first that she wrote, because I actually love Dreamland Billionaires. I loved that entire series. I haven't read her most recent works yet. I think it's Lakefront Billionaires. I haven't read those, but I am still going to continue on with the series, mostly because the holds on Libby are like very short. Like I'll probably have them within the next couple weeks. I've also heard that book 3 and 4 is phenomenal. So if it's worth it to get through book 1 and 2 to read book 3 and 4, then I will suffer through it and I will do it. At this point, we've read 10 books, so we are 1 away from our goal. I am halfway done the 2nd book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, which I had planned to finish today, but I'm realizing that even if I finish that today, I'm still a book behind. I could read a novella, but that means I would have to read almost another 200 pages of Dungeon Crawler Carl today, plus a novella, which I feel like is not gonna happen because I have plans today. I have a busy day. So I think what we might do is pause Dungeon Crawler Carl, unfortunately, because I'm loving it, and read a short novella, and then also read Ready or Not by Andy Peretta, which is that graphic novel that I talked about. Because even if we don't fully finish the challenge, we did like really catch up on the goal, which was the whole point. I have officially decided to call it on this challenge because I feel like we made a really good dent even though we didn't officially complete the challenge. I ended up reading 10 and a half books. So in this challenge, I read the first Dungeon Crawler Carl book, Throttled, Game Point, The Answer is No, all 6 of the Scared Sexy novellas, and then half of Dungeon Crawler Carl Book 2. And even though we didn't do it, I still think that it is worth celebrating because now I'm only 2 books away, and I feel like I will catch up for sure. The reason I decided to just call it and not push myself is that I'm really enjoying the 2nd book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and I really don't want to rush it. And yesterday I ended up being so busy, so I wasn't even able to read at all. Oh, and I finished Not Quite Dead Yet. Totally forgot about that one. How many books is that? That's 11 books. So realistically, we did do it, right? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Why do I feel like I'm still a book behind? So I did read 11 books, but I'm still a book behind on my reading goal. How does that make sense? You know what though? we still did read 11 books in 1 week. We actually technically did it. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, especially if you are new. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to stick around and let me know what you'd like from me. If there's any specific challenges you want to see, any kinds of books you want me to read, I would love to accommodate.